Hi, this is Julie for Beadaholique, and today I want to show you how to create a variation on loop fringe in bead weaving using Briolettes. And here's what the finished piece is going to look like. In a moment here I'm going to take this apart so that we can put it together. You can see I haven't secured my ends yet, and we actually have another great instructional video that shows you how to start, add, and finish ends in bead weaving. The basic structure of this necklace is a traditional right angle weave. And you can see that here is probably how you're most familiar with how a right angle weave looks. And then as we progress down the length of the necklace, I actually continued with the basic right angle weave. I just added more beads to my stitches. It's a really simple thing to do, and I just continued along and kept adding a few more beads, but keeping up with the same right angle weave stitch. And then when we get down here, I wanted a little bit more interest, so I created these draping loops, and I added briolettes at the base of them. So let me show you how to do that by first taking apart the work I've already done. Just going to pull that thread out. I know this is painful to watch for those of you who do a lot of bead weaving, and sometimes you have to take out your stitches because of a mistake, but this is actually a good reason to take out my stitches. So I do want to show you how to do this. So here we go. Here's a basic necklace. Again, it's just the right angle weave all the way around. And I've threaded a needle with about 4 feet of FireLine. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start by seeing how I want my pattern to go. And I'm just going to follow my curve here. And I know I want to start right here at the beginning of where my black beads start, my black bead pattern. I'm going to pull my thread through so I have a tail of about 8 inches. And now I'm just going to go through the beadwork which has already been secured. I'm following the same line of the original bead weaving. I wouldn't want to necessarily cross over in the middle here and have my thread show. So for your own personal project, you'll just decide wherever you want it to start. You'll have a different pattern that you might be using for this technique, but for my pattern, I knew I wanted to start at the beginning of the black beads, and then I knew I wanted to come out on the 5th bead. So having done that, I'm going to thread onto my needle 2 of my little seed beads, and then I'm going to do a little 3mm Czech bead, 4mm Czech bead, one of these great little Deco drops, a briolette, and then I'm going to make a mirror image of that same pattern, so another little Deco style drop, 4mm, 3mm, and 2 seed beads. I pull that all the way down, and for this pattern I want to skip one of my black beads in the middle, and then I want to go back up through the next one. See right where that lies? I pull that snug, and I have my first loop. I'm just going to repeat that process now to make 2 more. So now I've got my loops, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do what I did on the other side where I wove my thread back through my original beadwork, and I'm just going to do that on this side. And there we go. I will just secure my threads before I cut off the excess. And as you can see, we now have 3 lovely soft drapes using Briolettes.